Hi, Kiniga Balna. I hope you guys doing good. Today I want to introduce something before our talk show. Sheet masks are an easy and effective way to promote your skin with an immediate and big boost of vitamins and moisture. They're also a very fun way to relax and pamper yourself at home. But you know, this mask works wonder for our skin, but they're not kind to our environment. So wouldn't it be great to have a sheet mask that not only hydrate your skin, but also friendly to the environment? So presenting to you Mama Earth's Uptan sheet mask, crafted with the goodness of turmeric and saffron. The Uptan bamboo sheet mask will help you win the battle against dull skin, dark spots, and pigmentation. Each sheet mask is packed with 9 times serum hydration. Mama's Earth sheet masks aren't just good for your skin; they're environment friendly too, because they are India's first bamboo sheet mask. The sheet masks come in the following 8 variants: Uptan Bamboo Sheet Mask for skin brightening, Vitamin C for skin illumination, Cocoa for skin awakening, Rose Water for glowing skin, Rice Water for deep hydration, Retinol for fine lines and wrinkles, Niacinamide for clear and glowing skin, Hyaluronic for soft and plump skin. Every time you buy from them, Mama Earth will link your orders to the website to a tree that they plant. By 2025, Mama Earth is aiming to plant 1 million trees as part of this initiative. Mama Earth has their official app, the iOS and Android links to which are in the description. App users get early access to sales and hence get extra discounts. You can use my code in the description and get up to 20% discount. Pamper your skin today. Go get yourself Mama Earth's bamboo sheet mask. Hi guys, so welcome back once again to another episode of the Alobo Naga show, and you have been writing to us, and many people were like, oh, you always bring like influencers, like celebrities, or like you always bring people who are famous, why don't you bring someone who's not famous, or like maybe layman or someone we don't know. So today I'm bringing someone I'm sure you don't know, but I feel that it's going to be very helpful for our people, and especially for the young aspirants who are civil service aspirants who are preparing. I thought this person might be able to give us some hints to go forward, to do better in life. That's why I invited a friend here today. I have Gagan Gautam, an IAS faculty and coach from New Delhi, an experience of more than 5 years in training and coaching students of UPSC exams. So, hello Gagan, welcome once again to your show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you allowing me to come here and give the message that I have for the students in Nagaland in particular, but in Northeast in general. And I want to say that I'm kind of familiar with your work because I traveled in Nagaland.
Oh,
It's quite a funny story because I was traveling and it was around 9 in night, which is, I understand, that quite late in Nagaland in December. I was traveling and a song came up in a local sumo where I was traveling.
Okay.
The driver was playing through their mobile phone.
Acha, okay.
And the song had quite a tune. I couldn't understand the wording, but it had quite a tune, and I was sitting there. Then it came a word NPSC in that song.
Yeah.
I was like, NPSC? What is this song is all about?
Okay.
And then I asked the driver, and he said, oh, this is a very famous personality from our place, Alobo Naga, and it's his song about... Then I watched the whole song.
Wow, thank you.
In which you honor the hard work of laborers and, manual laborers and blue-collar worker. And I really, really loved the whole theme and the song. And I've also downloaded that song.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
A fan.
That's great to hear that. I'm so honored. And okay, let's go about today's not about me, it's about you. So let's talk about you. So we want to know a little bit about you. If you can give us your background, where you from, what you're doing here in Nagaland.
So I am from a very small city, but it's a very beautiful city called Jaipur in Rajasthan, and I come from there. And So I started preparing for civil services. It was way back in 2009-10. And since then, first as an aspirant, I prepared. I finally couldn't go through after 6 years of preparation. But then I have chosen a path that I never thought that I will take, which is teaching. I never taught before I started teaching for IAS. I never thought I will be a teacher. But somewhere when I couldn't go through, there was this yearning inside me that I wanted to do something for those hundreds and thousands of aspirants who come every year from small cities like Jaipur. Most of their year, especially their initial first or two attempts or year or 2 years, are just completely wasted because they have no guidance. So I thought that it would be a good idea if I share this knowledge that I have with the aspirants and if I can help them. And I started doing it with this purpose, but it turned out that I really love teaching. Like as a person, I started really growing when I started teaching. And since then, every day I look forward to the next class in last 6 years.
Glad to hear that. So, how's your journey coming to Nagaland? What made you come here? And you're teaching in Delhi.
Yeah, I'm teaching
right?
in Delhi.
And
yes,
then,
I'm teaching in Delhi.
And
So
then how
yeah,
did you
that's quite a story. In fact, it's I'd never been to Northeast. We always get this offer to come to Northeast and teach. A lot of my colleagues, they got an offer, and they got an offer from a lot of the places in Guwahati, and they taught there.
Okay.
I never was like, I was so engrossed in my work in Delhi, and also I was teaching in North India.
Okay.
Like Allahabad, Lucknow.
Okay.
So I never had a chance. It just was that I never had a chance. The first time it was around October. I had few days that I was not taking classes in Delhi at that time.
Okay.
And suddenly I got this invitation to come to Northeast, and that to the first place was in Nagaland. So and that was just for 2 weeks. I gave my dates for just for 2 weeks. So I came here in October. I in Dimapur. I'm teaching here in Dimapur, and since then it's April now, and since this is my third visit, so last 6 months I've spent 4 months here in Nagaland.
Okay. So for those who don't know our audience, so he's teaching at Imperial Coaching Centre out here in Dimapur. It's in Dhobinala Junction. Anyway, coming back. So how's your experience interacting with the students out here in Nagaland? Can you share some experience so far?
First of all, the most polite kids I have ever met in my life. The most polite, most disciplined. So, as I said, that when I first came, I realized that Nagaland students are hungry for guidance.
Yeah.
Because this part of India, especially even in the Northeast, it's like Nagaland is that part where we are still not having we are still not having much result in the IAS. In fact, last 2019, when we had Richard Yantan. Before that, it was 2007.
Yeah.
We had someone from Nagaland in the IAS.
Yes, yeah, man.
So that was in my head. So, but when I started interacting with the students, my first impression was they are full of potential, but they don't have the guidance.
Okay.
So that is something that I really, really took it upon on myself, that if I can really, because they are hungry and they are disciplined and they are hardworking and they're talented. All they are lacking is this guidance that if I can provide. So yeah, my impression of Nagaland kids is really great.
Okay. So as you said right now, 2007 we had one IAS, then we had another in 2019. So what do you think is the problem here? Because when you look at the counterpart, when you look at our neighboring states also, talk about Arunachal, Assam, Manipur, you get to see almost every year, But what is wrong with the students, with us out here in Nagaland? What do you think is the problem according to you?
So let me tell you, there is nothing wrong.
Okay.
The same question I was asked in one of the colleges, which is here in Dimapur. I'm one of the colleges where I took a seminar
Okay.
on IAS, and the student asked me the same question, sir, why don't we have this selection?
Okay.
So I threw that question back at them. I was like, why do you think? So they started giving me some of their answer. They said, because, sir, we don't have a great educational infrastructure from the primary level, or we don't have resources. And so they gave me all sorts of explanation. I said, this is all great. Then I asked them one question. I was like, forget about IS and forget about Nagaland for a second. So I asked the students that you tell me who has a better team in football, Argentina or United States? And obviously, as I'm just figuring out that you guys are crazy about football, so obviously the answer was Argentina. And then I asked, so it means that Argentina has more resources, better coaches, more money than United States? They said, no, 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 sir. Then I said, then how come? They said, and then I was like, you know why? Why United States, with all its might and resources, don't have as a good team as Argentina? Because United States don't have or had Diego Maradona. It takes idols
Yeah.
to produce idols.
Wow. That's bomb. Yeah.
You need someone to look up to. Then the generation aspire to that, and then we have excellence in any field.
Yeah.
In any field.
Watch on that. Yeah.
Whether it's sports, whether it's academics, you name it. You need to have idols. Bihar does not have more. Bihar doesn't have a better infrastructure than Nagaland when it comes to primary education. I know some people might not like this, but Bihar has more IS and IPS officer than Nagaland.
Yeah.
Why? Because when a child grows up there, they see who IS is, who IPS is. They see their working. They idealize them growing up. They come to the schools to cut ribbons during 15th of August, and we see the social charm attached to it, IS and IPS. And this is what they aspire to be.
Now, what is the solution now?
So here's the solution. So it's kind of a chicken and egg.
Okay.
Since we are not having many IS officers,
Yeah.
we are not having idols to look up to. How we can change that? We can first bring the guidance to Nagaland.
Okay.
That guidance is going to produce results, and these results are going to bring more and more people into the IAS or UPSC preparation, and then it's going to produce results just like that. So, yeah, one thing we can do from the beginning is to send this message that this examination is, number one, is possible, and number two, it's not something that you should be afraid of.
Okay.
That, oh my God, this is like, this is something that we can't do from the get-go. So yeah.
Yes, true. The impression itself is like, oh, it's impossible. It's like too big. We always look up to that. Now, coming back to the preparation, what should be the first step in preparing? What should be the first step for an aspirant who are watching today, or maybe students who are preparing?
So the first step is that you need to have this belief that this can be done. Stop looking at the figures that people throw. Like, oh, look, 1 million people are filling the forms, and these many appear in prelims, and these many appear in mains. You don't look at that, because figures are scary. That's true. What you need to do is, number one, have this belief that it can be done, and number two, start from the basics.
Okay.
Start from the basics. Just start looking at the past year's question papers and the syllabus.
Okay.
You look at that first. Of course, under the guidance.
Okay.
You need guidance, and that's exactly. This is something that I understand. Like, I know kids here are super talented, and I'm not talking only about the colleges that I interacted in Dimapur or Kohima. I had the privilege and the opportunity to travel to the interiors of Nagaland, where I have traveled in the villages, and I have personally seen the talent that is there in villages, because I was traveling during the end of December, the Christmas time,
Yeah.
when all the kids return back to their villages.
Yes.
So in every village that I was going, there was these student councils. You have student council in every
Yes,
village.
yes,
They were organizing programs.
Yeah, that's
So I was landing up one village after another, and I was meeting these student council people,
union,
and I was
student
interacting them, and I was like, this kid never went to Delhi. Probably some of them never even studied in Dimapur. I mean, but they are immensely talented and they're hungry. They were constantly asking me questions. Sir, how can we do this? Which we should read? How we should read? And just circling me and constantly asking me these questions. So yeah. But they were very talented.
Wow.
They were very talented. Now, how do I know that they were talented? I asked them few questions.
Okay. Wow.
And the way they answered that question made me believe that they are good learners.
Wow.
So during my 20 days of traveling, I came back with this expression that Nagaland has immense talent.
Wow. Glad. Thank
Now,
you so
what
much.
can be done? That is something that probably this is too little a time to talk about in detail. But what I can say is you start looking at the question papers, you start looking at the syllabus, and then you start from the basics, from the very basic reading suggestions that you can get in touch either with me, or there are like a lot of other people out there who can help you in this regard. You can use internet. But yeah, start from the basics. I would still say start from the basics, basics NC.
And yeah, when you say start from the basic, like a student should prepare after the graduation or even before that. What do you think is the right time to prepare?
So in my opinion, the right time is if you have made up your mind. Okay, look, this, as I'm telling you, this is entirely possible. This is possible to do that. If you have made up your mind that you want to do it, start preparing at probably the last year of your graduation.
Okay.
So from the last year of your graduation, you start preparing.
Okay.
And you give yourself at least 1.5 years, because this exam takes a year to complete from preliminary examination, and by the time we have the result of interview, it's a year-long process. So you give yourself 1 to 1.5 years of dedicated preparation.
Okay.
And in my opinion, this should be enough.
Okay. Wow. Now, is it possible to prepare like at the same time preparing for UPSC and NPSC also? Or if I'm preparing for NPSC, I should be here or UPSC, according to you?
So here it is. Obviously, UPSC syllabus is very vast compared to NPSC. So if you are preparing for UPSC, I think you, of course, for NPSC, there are a lot of areas of the syllabus that you have to go through that you don't go through during the UPSC preparation.
Okay.
But if you are preparing for UPSC, I think you'll learn the approach, how to approach a big examination.
Okay.
Then NPSC starts to look doable, very much doable.
Okay. That's
Just the syllabus parts, some areas in NPSC will be added that you can incorporate in your syllabus. Approach remains the same. These are both administrative examinations.
okay. Wow.
And it's as simple. If you are preparing, if you are training yourself to play at the international level, and then I'm asking you, so am I qualified to play at district level? Of course you are.
Wow, that's great. Okay, now, how do people reach out to you in case if they want to, as you said, they can ask you, how do they reach out to you?
So I can give you my email that you can give it to the students.
In the description,
and I can give you my number, which I generally give to every student, that they can reach out to me through the WhatsApp and to the number. They can just send me a text, and anyone from Nagaland, guys, send me a text. I'll be more than happy to help you, because the love that I have received in Nagaland, if I can return back even 1%, the pleasure is all mine.
Thank you so much. Yeah, having said that, if there is anyone who are looking for a coaching institute in Nagaland also, we have Imperial Coaching Centre out here in Dimapur. people go out to Delhi, Bombay for, Delhi especially for coaching. But then now we have faculties like them coming all the way from outside and teaching out here. So you don't even need to go out. So we will give all the description below. Now, before we end, we want you to say any message to the aspirant out here, any last message to all the students who are watching right now.
Well, I would say this, guys, that I'm coming here in Nagaland for 6 months, and I have taught kids for the UPSC, and I've seen that how good you are, how talented you are when it comes to grasping the study material, the concepts, and then doing the hard labor that is required. So you have it in you. This is number one. Number two is that you got to believe in yourself that this can be done. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you don't need any guidance. I'm not saying that you can just sit at home and do it. Of course, you need guidance, but guidance is available. Guidance is available if you'll go out, and if you seek guidance, you shall receive. So have this belief in you, and I can guarantee you, you can do this. So, yeah, the message is you can, and I know you will.
Thank you so much for the beautiful message, and thank you for taking your time, Gagan. And then we hope to see you soon. Yeah.
The pleasure is all mine, and please continue to do these wonderful programs that you do, because we all watch you in Delhi, and this is one of the ways that people learn about Naga culture. People learn about the places, about especially popular culture, because you invite all these stars and these comedians, these music stars, and I know you just said it in the beginning that it's not about you, but I want to say that you remind me a mix of Steve Harvey and Dick Cavett.
Wow, so, that's a big compliment.
Because you can talk to even a 5-year-old kid, and you can talk to a 60-year-old guy. So that's to you. Thank you so much for the work that you do.
Thank you so much. So, audience, don't go away. We have another guest coming, but we hope that this, segment, this episode is going to help so many young people. But having said this, I also want to say this to all those who are preparing, and there are a lot of people who are just preparing for the sake of preparing. And to those people, don't waste your time. If you're serious, go for it. If not, don't waste your time. Thank you so much. Don't go away. We're coming back with another guest. Hi guys, welcome back once again. So I hope you guys had a good time with our first segment. And right now I am so excited to be seated here with a very young teenage boy from Nagaland. Many of you might have heard about him, read about him in the paper and social media. And here we got the first privilege to take his first interview. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Khrievitso Kense. Hi, Khrivi.
Hi.
Hi. So, first of all, let me introduce a little bit about you to our audience. Khrievitso, also known as Nagu, I'm going to be asking about that later. His friends call him Nagu. He's a leg spinner. He's a cricketer, by the way. And then he made his 2020 debut in January 2021 for Nagaland in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. And then following his debut, he got noticed, and then he represented Nagaland in under 16 in the Vijay Merchant Trophy, Nagaland under 19 in the Vinu Mankat and Coach Bihar Trophy, and Nagaland senior team in the Ranji Trophy also. And in 2021, as I said, he played senior T20 and did well to get selected, for Mumbai Indians in the IPL as net bowler. So if you go through the Google, his stats are crazy. I was just checking in first class in 2022 in 4 matches. He took like 10 wickets. Okay, his economy rate is 4.74 and average is 47.4. In 2021, in List A, in 10 matches, 11 wickets. T20 9 matches. 14 wickets. Wow, man. We're so privileged. Welcome, Nagu to our show. Hi.
Thank you.
So, apni la let's talk about you now. Manu bishula apni la background khan na jane to apni la family la no le apni kudi pure ase ina la olop koi dibo. Yeah.
My kitab to Hebron Higher Secondary School pure the.
Acha acha.
So my family background to man we have 6 children.
Acha.
We have 8 members of family.
Oh, okay. Apni to number kiman de ase?
Number 5.
5 na? Okay. So, apni to cricket khila ro itia si apni to itia 18 ase aru apni puila under 16 ma khili jaise to na. To kiman sal ra start krise cricket khila ra apni?
When I was 11 years.
11? Yeah. So, kine garna start krise? Parents can support krise like colony de kine garna start krise kura da?
Pura ma satian cricket khile like
Acha.
time pass khile.
Okay.
I enjoying kuna. Achhe se start krise.
Okay. Aru kine garna select krise do Mohana Nagaland team khan de under 16 khan de kine garna?
Moi than like under 16 trial thai na.
Trial thakise?
2014 de.
Acha.
So moi tai jaise.
Okay.
Do bar jai krise.
Ooh.
So moi like hard go krise.
Acha.
Come back krise.
Oh, first they reject Croatia
Right,
2 times, and after that you came back. Wow, that's great. And then, okay, now before we go on, Abnila height kiman ase?
6.2.
6.2 guys, 18-year-old, and then he's gonna still grow. Wow. Okay, now how's your parents like? Do they support you? Abni cricket khela to kine as a parents?
Yeah, of course. Time we support kure.
Acha. Because see, most of the Nagaland parents can do, China government job pawo lage, engineer, doctor ho lage, any ho lage na. Only parents can bring support krado. I want to say thank you, auntie, uncle, give thank you so much, and please keep supporting. Now, coming back, apni to itabi class 10 days na apni na. To class 10 days to apni na tournament khan deri jai na. To school khan kini tan understand kore na kini ka se.
Sometimes I understand kure like kung ano understand na kure like.
Kita understand na.
Means take time exam time han khele na. Understand.
अच्छा तो एक बार भी इतु करने क्लास खान
Yeah, दोने 2 साल ना fail.
2 साल फेल हुई ना तो oh so sorry to hear that, but how are you trying to balance right now you study? I hope study we
Trying to study in like open school type.
open then yeah I think that will be practical also, but yes all the best with your I hope you can balance your sports all and your studies also. Now let's talk about your experience. आपने तो man देरी खेली के ना इस ना तो let's talk about Nagaland में start करें सब Nagaland ने ये देला environment की नहीं आज़े आपने बाहर भी खेली शे Nagaland में इतिया NC kan man बार करी ना है ना तो Nagaland ने इतिया की ना अपनी लाइफ सब तो की ना
चाहिए like time year by year develop करे.
अच्छा
मानला facilities man ना पुंजे हुली टाइम try करे some best days.
Okay Nagaland ना okay so Nagaland ने इन्हें tournament kan खेली ला अपने इकिलो तो बुझ जाए ना की ना से ना ये
तो like man teammates ना इन्हें बुझ.
अच्छा okay अपनी ला first out Nagaland ने कुंदु tournament था इसे
Dimapur Trophy.
तरे किना था इसे तरे अपनी
like my cricketing career start कुछ ऐसे water boy था इसे.
water boy ना
5 match पर water boy से था इसे.
अच्छा
यहाँ ना like 6 match man qualify हुई ना in quarter final ले.
अच्छा
So against we are going to play against like best team of India like Uttar Pradesh.
Oh.
So मुझे chance पे debut को chance पे है. So I got 5 wickets there.
On the first debut.
Yeah.
5 wickets. Wow.
That was Northeast record thing.
Oh record. कुछ खेली थी तो.
Jamshedpur.
Okay. Wow, so great to hear that. Are you doing there? Okay. अपनी तो suppose Ranji Trophy there. Kina experience kan kina Ranji Trophy. People talk so much about Ranji. Mohan de ko bhi na.
Yeah, Ranji like India one of the biggest league.
Yes, yeah.
So man experience है they will like.
अच्छा.
ये senior हम भी support करें.
अच्छा senior
Mostly Jonathan होगा तो ना.
Okay, Jonathan kan na. Yeah, Hokaito and all. Yes. For those who don't know, the two senior most, Jonathan and Hokaito, they are the pioneers of Nagaland cricket, and we will be bringing them in the future. And we wanted to bring Jonathan also, but he's not here in Nagaland as of now. Now being selected, for Mumbai Indians itself was a big deal, like even though it's a net as a net bowler also. So अपने जाइना अपनी Chennai दे अपने बुझे तो ना इन्हें training करना. तो experience किन्हें था किसे? All the stars and all,
She experience था इसे. Plus माला environment किन्हें ना.
अच्छा.
만나면 그냥 cricket खेले.
Okay, okay. Are you celebrity on the humble as na?
Yeah, ता बिशी बोला से मांग ता बिशी friendly से मांग.
Okay, okay, okay. Who's like whom are you close with like among the
I
Mumbai?
was close with Surya Kumar Yadav.
Okay, so you are na. And then how is Rohit and all like
They're also funny.
Funny na Rohit. Oh, great. We are so proud of you, you know. Like we see them on TV and then you have been there with them and now we're really really proud and we wish you all the best, you know, whatever you're doing. Aro itia huna to apni IPL jauna parado injury hoina ase na. To apni la injury la
They
lo.
were called by I was called by Punjab Kings.
Acha Punjab khan bra.
So I was Ranji match खेलें last match थे मैं injury हुई मैं leg injury.
Hoye.
मैं जा पाने.
Acha itia kine ase apni la leg to.
Recovery was.
Recovery hoye ase na. Okay. So itia to apni off season de ase na apni Nagaland team khan na.
मैं out jazz next week.
Next week time. Kuti jabla ase itia to.
माला zonal game.
Zonal camp ne. Okay. Itia to next tournament to ki khilibo nishina apni ondo itia to.
Yes. Ranji next.
Ranji na. Okay. Okay. So emo like now apni bahar jaina nya khile ase ton khiladam ne sabse celebrity dawan ko nge look pais any cricketer le bar kan ni
सबसे दंगल celebrity लोग मोरे किस Rohit Sharma is.
Rohit Sharma na. Oh, but obviously he's so big and all. So now let's come to your personal thing. Apni la favorite cricketer kon ase apni la?
My favorite cricketer Rashid Khan.
Okay, Rashid. And then is there anyone that since bacha tam ratai ase na sagina mo tai nishna hobo ne?
Tai thai.
Oh hey. Acha. Apni acha by the way why not batting and why did you choose bowling? But wow, man, 6.2 and then I'm sure you know the experience will be cool, man. Facing your ball. Now, who's your favorite Naga cricketer?
My favorite cricketer, Naga cricketer.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
na? Okay. He's like super cool. Now, before we go to this personal thing, apni bahar bhi buishe Nagaland ne. So difference ki ase tare like experience like tare la or yete la infrastructure khan ya.
About cricket?
Yeah, about cricket obviously.
Bahar environment line tam pitch ham bishi ball maintain kore.
Acha.
Tame ide ball maintain kore hole tam manla facilities na.
Yeah, obviously one ide start kore ase. Aro besides the pitch ala khan kini ase?
Like ala pitch on like green thake like
okay.
It is like mati thake na means.
Acha.
Soil ala soil.
Okay. So acha tell us your whole day experience kinya thake apne cricketer khan life the whole day cricket khile na like in a tournament khan khilamne noli in a training jamne kinya thake apne la routine the morning bra rati da
to mala alak la routine thake
acha
mala routine like morning jolly to like gym kuro
acha
running session thake now like evening the practice thake like 3:30
acha to last time apne suppose Chennai re jagina tare apne boise na Mumbai Indians to tare kina thake apne la routine 48 days like ki kore
40 days like morning practice na like evening like rati de 5:30 piche
acha
under light na
okay
na practice
to kya baji lagta hai those practice
under light like 5:30 to like 11:30
oh okay every day
every day.
Wow, so cool to hear that. Anyway, before we go, we just want to know, is there any Naga celebrity you have a crush or any? No? Okay, but you're too young for that. So, yeah, we're happy. Just focus on your sports as of now and focus on the studies. And yeah, we wish you all the best. And then we are so, proud of you. And then we are really rooting for you, that we wish to see you in the top game. And then, yeah. Are any plans Nagaland bra bahar jai bole na ita to Nagaland focus ko na yeah so thank you so much Nagu and then yes I remember how did the name Nagu came Khrievitso yeah kini ga gorna ido Nagu
ma nam psi lamba de Khrievitso Kense to bahar mana place mana mano place mana manam najine ba
oh acha
thanjo thana side pa Nagu na start
acha Naga manu ho Nagu na okay so I heard you were the only one from Northeast also right like in the team
yeah Mumbai
when you were there oh, that's a big achievement and also before we end up I also heard an incident where you guys were going out like and then you got lost in the airport and all
yes once
how did it happen
my phone charge kul jai na to ma team san bitor gusi jai
that was your first time going out
no many times tam boarding kul se
acha
so I was searching them
okay yeah your team was saying about it anyway thank you so much Nagu and then all the best and we'll be praying for you and we want to
request everyone to please keep praying for him, keep supporting him. So before we end, you would like to say anything? Iku ko bulas na ni audience kang yapni ya.
Sure. And maybe support Chris pula ba? Or mga kutang ko itong tangi every prayer na magiyat ko rin.
Okay. Yes, as you said, remember him in your prayers. So he's just 18, and then mind you, this is the first interview in his career. So and then this will be the stepping, and there are going to be thousands and millions of interviews. So please keep supporting him, keep praying for him, and thank you so much for watching. And all the best once again. Thank you.
Thank you so
and
much.
on this note, we end our episode today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon. God bless you all.